So for us to understand mutations, I will remind you of one thing, guys, that a DNA strand, one DNA strand, the one that serves as a template, it is used to do what? To transcribe mRNA via the transcription process in the nucleus. And then thing is, we need to know that when it comes to the nitrogenous bases, the DNA strand, it contains what? It contains a DNA base triplet. Remember, guys, when you say that we've got 3 nitrogenous bases on a DNA strand, it contains what? It contains what we say is known as a DNA base triplet. These are just 3 nitrogenous bases that are following each other on a DNA strand. All right. This DNA base triplet, what does it produce? We say that it produces what in an mRNA? What did you say it produces in an mRNA molecule?
Codon.
Is an mRNA codon. So it produces an mRNA codon, right? And then the mRNA codon, it will look for a what? It will look for a tRNA anticodon. So it will look for a tRNA anticodon. It will look for a tRNA anticodon. These are the nitrogenous bases. And when a tRNA comes with an anticodon, what does the tRNA brings along with?
Amino acids.
Yes. So the tRNA molecule also bears, or it comes with what? With amino acids. And those amino acids, remember, they are now joined by peptide bonds at the what? At the ribosome to form the required protein. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. We say that DNA is the one that gives the code for protein synthesis, but what does that actually mean? Let us start with the DNA-based triplet, which I will say it is TCA. So I'm giving you this as a base triplet, guys. It's just 3 nitrogenous bases that are found on a strand of DNA. Okay, let me just write it in a way that you guys will see. Let's just say this is a DNA strand. It has got TCA. This is the DNA base triplet that I'm talking about, guys. Just 3 nitrogenous bases found on a DNA strand. Then now, the codon that will correspond to this TCA, what will be the codon corresponding to this TCA? If you want to get the mRNA codon from this TCA, if you match the bases to form mRNA, what do you get?
AGU.
AGU. You get AGU as the mRNA codon that is formed from this base triplet. So it means this TCA, the T will match with an A, the C will match with a G, and then the A will match with a U. So basically a DNA strand that has got a DNA base triplet, it creates an mRNA codon. All right. And then when this codon comes and leaves the nucleus, when this mRNA leaves the nucleus with the codon that we have here, it is AGU. So which anticodon will it look for from a tRNA molecule? What is the anticodon that corresponds here? Yes, ASM?
UCA.
So this is the tRNA anticodon. This is the tRNA anticodon that corresponds to what? To this A codon. So this UCA, they can tell you that, they can give you a table, guys. Let's just write it in form of a table. When they want you to do questions that have got mutations, that have to do with mutations, they will give you a table. For now, I'm just going to make a table that will have everything, and I will show you how they question you on stuff like that. All right, something like this. So let us start here with a DNA triplet. I'll just say DNA triplet, but it's a DNA based triplet. And then let's follow with the what? With an mRNA codon. Let's follow with a tRNA anticodon. and then let's end with what? With an amino acid. So they will give you a table like this. Amino acid. Okay. So the triplet that we use here, the DNA-based triplet that we use, it was TCA. So they will write something like TCA. The codon that is produced from this TCA DNA-based triplet, what is it going to be? We found that it's AGU, right? So the codon corresponding to this is AGU. The anticodon corresponding to the codon AGU, we say that it's UCA. Angisho guys, we found out it's UCA. This one, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's UCA. So they will tell you the name of the amino acid that is being coded by all of these three codes. So the required amino acid, let's just say they tell you that the name of the amino acid is serine. Okay, so they're actually telling you that the DNA-based triplet TCA, it actually, at the end of the day, it has to bring the amino acid known as serine. Or you can interpret it in this way. You can say that the codon AGU, this one, it is supposed to bring the amino acid serine. The anticodon UCA, all of these codes, all of them, they just want to bring the amino acid, which is what? Which is serine in this case. Okay, let's just try with something else so that I put my point right here. Let's say my DNA-based triplet has got a TAG. This is my DNA-based triplet, TAG. What is going to be my mRNA codon for TAG?
AUC.
It's going to be AUC. Do you guys see the matching now? Is anyone confused with the matching? AUC, that's the mRNA codon. What is the anticodon that this mRNA codon will require?
UAG.
It will be UAG. Then let's just say that the amino acid that is being fetched by this tRNA with the anticodon UAG is known as 309. So this means what? This means that the base triplet TAG, at the end of the day, it wants to find a 309 amino acid, because at first that base triplet will form a codon, then the codon will look for an anticodon, then the anticodon obviously is on the tRNA, so it comes with a particular amino acid. So we can say that this TAG from the DNA-based triplet, it is coding for the amino acid 309. Are guys kind of getting the sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so this DNA-based triplet TAG, it is, at the end of the day, it wants to get 309 because it will produce this codon AUC, and this codon AUC will look for the anticodon UAG, and this anticodon UAG, it will be on a tRNA molecule having 309 as the amino acid. Are we guys getting the sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So they won't give you everything like this clearly, guys. Instead, when they write the tables, they will write the tables like this. They'll only give you two things. They won't give you the DNA-based triplet and the codon and the anticodon. No, they'll only give you two things. They can just give you the mRNA codon, and the what? And the amino acid that is being coded. The mRNA codon and the amino acid that is being coded. For example, if they say the mRNA codon is AGU, then the amino acid, the name of the amino acid is serine. So it means that when you have got this codon AGU, it will look for an anticodon on a tRNA molecule that will have serine as the amino acid. Do you guys kind of get the sense?
Yes, sir.
If they give you the codon AUC, this mRNA codon AUC, it will look for a tRNA anticodon, which is going to be UAG. And that tRNA molecule that is bringing that anticodon, it will have the amino acid 309. Do you guys get the sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, they can give you an amino acid and they say they want mRNA. Hold on.
No. You don't have to claim amino acids, guys. You don't have to claim amino acids. Never do that. They will always give you a table showing you the amino acids. Let's say, for example, let's just get back to this one. When you look at this table, guys, let's read the table carefully. The table says, the question says, the table below shows the DNA-based triplets that code for different amino acids. So do you guys see that in this table, you are not given the codon, you are not given the anticodon. Instead, you are only given the amino acid that is being coded for by a certain DNA-based triplet. So the DNA-based triplet number 1 is GAA. This is GAA. This is the base triplet number 1. This base triplet number 1, it will first create a codon. Then that codon will look for an anticodon on a tRNA molecule carrying the leucine as the amino acid. So they can just give you a base triplet and they give you the amino acid that is being coded for. It doesn't mean that this GAA, it doesn't mean, guys, that this GAA, this base triplet, it is the anticodon. No, it is still a base triplet. But Tina, we already know the sequence. When it starts as a base triplet, it produces a codon on an mRNA molecule. And that codon will look for a certain anticodon on a tRNA molecule. And that tRNA molecule will be carrying a particular or a specific amino acid. That is why they say that DNA contains the code for protein synthesis. Because once DNA gives a command and says that I've got the nitrogenous bases TAG, obviously the mRNA that is going to be created here, the codon that's going to be created, is going to be what? It's going to be AUC. Do you see that? This is the codon that's going to be created. It's AUC. So do you see that this AUC was actually created by this TAG from the DNA-based triplet? So that's why they say DNA contains the code for protein synthesis, because everything starts here at the DNA strand. When it creates the mRNA codon, it creates a specific codon which is AUC, and this specific codon AUC, it will never match with anything else besides an anticodon that is complementary to it, whereby A will be complementary to U on the tRNA molecule, on the tRNA anticodon, whereby U will be complementary to A, whereby C will be complementary to G. So this is the anticodon that we will have on our tRNA molecule. And that tRNA molecule, it will be carrying a particular amino acid. Do you guys get the sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's how you understand such table. So those tables, they are just giving you a certain code and they give you the amino acid produced by that code. For example, if you look at code number 3 is TTT. It's a base triplet from a DNA because there is thymine in a DNA strand. So this TTT, it will create a codon, and that mRNA codon will look for an anticodon on a tRNA molecule that contains lysine as the amino acid. Do you guys all see that?
Yes, sir.
Let's just do one more example one more time. For example, the last base triplet, GTC. So this GTC on a DNA strand, it will first produce a codon, and that codon will look for an anticodon on a tRNA molecule that contains glutamine as the amino acid. Are you guys really getting the sense here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what does this have to do with mutations? Now let's introduce what are mutations. So I'm going to wrap off a bit here these illustrations that we have been doing so that we can have more space to talk about mutations. Okay. Okay, so I will write a table again. This table here, I will use this very same table, and I will say that just proceed with my table and make it a bit long. AUC is 309. Let's say we have got maybe UAG, and it codes for maybe let's just say this is glutamine. This is just an example, guys. It's not really accurate. Okay, it codes for glutamine. Let us say that you have got something else, AUG. This one, let's say it codes for seminine. I don't know if this amino acid exists. I'm naming it after Sam. AUG codes for seminine. And then let's say we've got UAA. Let's say this one also codes for glutamine. Okay, think this one will do. All right, so guys, what are mutations? When you want to define a gene mutation or just a mutation in general for now, a mutation, it is just a change. It's just a what? It's a change in the sequence of the bases in the sequence. So it's a change in the sequence of the bases on a okay, usually it's on a DNA molecule or on a DNA strand. Okay, usually it's on a DNA strand. So guys, a DNA based triplet can actually change. Yes, Sam?
So, sir, if I'm answering for 3 marks, I should write the definition first.
No. You don't have to write the definition. When it's a 3 marks question, most of the times they want you to apply the fact that you know. Okay. So we'll go to how to answer. For now, I'm just defining what a mutation is so that you guys understand. So now a DNA strand can have mutations. Okay, let's say for example, at first a DNA strand had a DNA based triplet TCA at first, and then all of a sudden it changes in such a way that it now has another different one. Maybe it now has got GCA. It changed. What changed here, guys, when you compare these two strands? This is the previous one, this is the new one now. There's been a change on this DNA based triplet. What has changed?
Thymine has changed to guanine.
Yes, Oseho?
Thymine has changed to guanine.
Yes, thymine has changed to guanine, because at first we had TCA and now we've got GCA. Do you see that we have changed from thymine to guanine? So it's a mutation. Mutation simply means just something has changed in this case. So here a thymine has changed to guanine, or we can just say that guanine has replaced thymine. So this is the change that has happened. Do you think, guys, the codon is still going to be the same here? Let's try it out. If it didn't change, what was going to be the codon, guys? What was the codon that we were going to make from this DNA-based triplet? What was the codon that would have made from TCA?
AGU.
Would have made AGU. Would have made AGU as the what? As the codon from this TCA base DNA based triplet. But now it has changed to GCA. What is the codon that we can make from this DNA based triplet, which is GCA? If we do the base pairing G, C, and A, G matches with C matches with G, and A matches with U on the codon, because we are creating an mRNA codon, right? So now it changes to CGU. Do you guys see that here the codon that would have produced at first was going to be AGU, but now it is now what? It is now CGU. Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this codon AGU, the one that we're supposed to produce at first, it would have looked for which anticodon? What anticodon would have been looked for from this AGU?
UCA.
UCA. So the anticodon that would have used if the thymine did not change, it was going to be UCA. But now let's look at the new one. So using this new mRNA codon, what anticodon can we produce here from CGU?
GCA.
GCA. So do you guys kind of see that the anticodon will be different? So basically, a change in the sequence of the bases or any type of mutation, it results in a different codon in a different anticodon. But what's most important is the amino acid that will be brought by. So how will you know the amino acids that is coming from UCA and the one that is coming from GCA? You go to the table. You now go to the what? To the table. So let me just add here and say I've got the mRNA codon CGU. Let me just write CGU, and I will write an amino acid known as leucine in this way. Now, guys, remember that before, at first, if the thymine didn't change, this DNA-based triplet TCA was able to create the codon AGU, and this AGU would look for the anticodon UCA from the tRNA molecule. So which amino acid was going to come if we didn't change the T? Like looking at the first scenario, guys, this one. Using the table that I've provided for you here, using this table, please look carefully. Which amino acid was supposed to be coded?
I'm lost, sir.
Serine. Guys, do you see the codon that we have here? The codon that we were going to create was supposed to be AGU. And your table has given you a codon and the amino acid that is coming from that codon. So when you look at your codon is AGU, you go to the table that they gave you as reference. You see AGU, it is matching with the amino acid serine. So you already know that if I had the codon AGU, then it means that I would have what? I would have coded for the amino acid known as serine. Are we guys together on that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So before I was supposed to code for serine. So basically at first I was supposed to find serine as the amino acid. But now my codon has changed. My mRNA codon has changed because now since the G has been replaced, the T has been replaced by G in this new strand. Our new codon is now CGU. Do you guys see it is now CGU? This one, we worked out the codon, guys. Do you see the CGU here? CGU. This is the mRNA codon that we're able to create with this new base triplet, which is GCA. So this CGU is our new codon. Since our table gives us a codon and an amino acid, you go and look for CGU from the table. What is CGU coding for? Which amino acid?
Leucine.
Yes, it's leucine. In this case, this CGU codon. Specifically, it's a codon. They've given you a codon, guys, in this. They've given a codon and an amino acid. So CGU, this codon CGU, is coding for leucine as the amino acid. So this is coding for what? This is coding for leucine as the amino acid. Do you guys see that the fact that this thymine in the previous strand, it has been replaced by guanine. It has affected the codon and it has affected the anticodon as well as the amino acid. Because at first we were supposed to code for serine. So basically the first DNA code, which was TCA, the DNA-based triplet TCA, was supposed to bring an mRNA codon AGU, which matches with serine as the amino acid. But now because we have changed, because there's been a mutation that has happened to our DNA strand, because our DNA strand has changed from thymine to guanine, now our codon that is created is no longer AGU, is now CGU. And when we look at the table provided, the CGU here, it is coding for leucine. So do you see, guys, that the amino acid that we obtained is now different because of the mutation? Do you guys hear me? What?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So basically that's all you do. And if if the amino acid changes, it means that a different protein will be formed. A different protein will be formed. So that will be the end result. So how do you answer this in a question? First, you tell us the change. What has happened? When you're answering this in a question, maybe they ask you, describe the mutation. Describe the mutation provided. Let's just say this is a diagram. They say describe a mutation that is depicted by the following diagram. First, tell them what changed. What has changed here, guys? What has changed in these two strands? What has changed, guys? From TCA to GCA, what's the difference between them? That's the question.
Thymine changed to guanine, sir.
Yes, you can say that the nitrogenous base thymine changed to guanine, or you can say that a thymine was replaced by guanine on the DNA-based triplet. So thymine was replaced by guanine. Because instead of having TCA, we now have GCA. So it means the T has been replaced by G. And what does this or you can also say that the DNA-based triplet changed from TCA to GCA. You can also say that. Okay. And then now you tell us now, did this affect the codon, guys? Does this change from thymine to guanine affect the codon?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes,
the codon, we were supposed to have AGU as our mRNA codon, but now we have CGU. So basically, the codon, the mRNA codon, it changed. It changed from what? From AGU to CGU. Okay. Do you see that? And then what about the anticodon? Did it change?
Yes, sir.
It has
Yes,
changed
sir.
from what to what? What did we expect and what did we get?
Can you repeat the question, sir?
The question is, what did the anticodon change from to? How did the anticodon change? You should explain that, yes.
Change.
The anticodon that we were supposed to have at first, guys, when we had TCA as the DNA-based triplet, the one that we had here at first, what was the anticodon?
Was UCA.
It was UCA, but because of these changes or this mutation, what is the new anticodon that we have?
Is GCA.
It's GCA. You must mention there, Tuti, the anticodon also changed. The anticodon changed
Also changed
from UCA to GCA. And then now you only tell us about the amino acid. Did it change the amino acid?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you tell us what did it change to from. It changed from serine to leucine. So also the amino acid changed. So let's go to a 10 minutes break again. Just going to cut me short right now. Then we'll come back and finish up. Hey Lapo, I know that you've been enjoying this wonderful video and most likely you've been enjoying watching this handsome face in front of you, but sorry ladies, I'm taken. I just here to tell you that Educate is on the road to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. So please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you get notifications whenever I post new videos. I want you guys to pass. Okay, so if you make my dream true, I reach 100k subscribers, I will make your dreams come true. I will even get you to varsity. I will get you with 7 distinctions. Yes. Still continuing, guys, here, and I was explaining Gutim. Once we see that here, in our given scenario, our mutation has resulted in a different amino acid being coded for. For example, here we were supposed to code for serine using the TCA, which became the AGU on the codon, and it fetched the anticodon UCA, bringing the amino acid serine. But now we have changed to leucine because now our new codon at the end of the day, it now brings leucine as the amino acid. So the amino acid also changed. Okay, so the amino acid that has been coded for at first also changed. It changed from what? It changed from serine. It changed from serine to leucine. So do you guys see how a mutation has an effect on the amino acid that is being coded for?
Yes, sir.
Yes, guys. So just to summarize, I'll go back again, guys. I told you guys that one DNA strand creates mRNA. So it means that each and every DNA strand, it has got DNA-based triplets, just 3 nitrogenous bases that are following each other, found on a DNA strand. So this base triplet, it is the one that will be able to create the mRNA codon by pairing the bases. T pairs with A, C with G, and A with U, because this is mRNA. So this mRNA codon, it will look for an anticodon. So this AGU mRNA codon, it looks for an anticodon on a tRNA molecule that is carrying a specific amino acid. So when there's a mutation that happens, simply means that there's a change in the bases, or there's a change in the sequence of the bases. So for this case, it changed from thymine to guanine, because at first the strand had TCA as the DNA base triplet, but it now has got GCA as the new base triplet. So this T has changed, or it has been replaced by guanine. So the fact that the DNA base triplet has changed, it means that we're also going to create different codons, okay? And we're also going to require different anticodons. And then now you go to your table. You go to your table and you look for the codon, because your table is giving you the codon and the amino acid. So you go to the table, you look for the codon that is a coding for a particular amino acid. At first, we were supposed to code for serine, but now we are coding for leucine. So we have got a change in the amino acid, meaning that a different protein will be formed. Because remember, guys, that amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. So it's like you are building a house. You build a house using bricks. If you change from bricks and then you start putting plastics instead of bricks, you put a plastic in the middle of bricks, you won't form a house. A different thing will be formed because you've changed the building block. So similarly here, since our amino acid changed from serine and it is now leucine, so it means a different protein will be formed. That will be your final point, but I don't have space here to write. But your final point will be a different protein will be formed because we have got a different amino acid now. Are you guys kind of getting the sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll give you guys a time to look at this question one more time, because I removed it from the test because we hadn't done these things about amino acids and mutations. So take your time, read the question. I will read it for you. The table below shows the DNA-based triplets that code for different amino acids in the human proteins. During the formation of the molecule in the diagram above, a DNA mutation occurred that changed the nitrogenous bases from AGU to AUG. Using the table above, describe how this would affect the protein that will be formed. Take your time, guys. Since it's 3 marks, I'm giving you 3 minutes to think about it. And now it's 22:35. So by 22:38, you must be already done thinking about it. Okay? Are you guys done?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hear your approach, guys. How can you approach the question? They say during the formation of the molecule in the diagram above, a DNA mutation occurred that changed the nitrogenous bases from AGU to AUG. Yes, sir.
Well, sir, I said AGU changed to TCA, therefore AUG changed to TAC, therefore.
Okay, you should be a bit more specific. What is changing with that AUG, AATC, whatever that you're saying? Is it a DNA-based triplet? Is it an mRNA codon, or is it an anticodon?
It is a AGU. It is a tRNA, sir.
Where did you get that from?
The TAC.
Where did you get the TAC from?
I balanced this equation from AGU to TCA, but therefore I entered the Albert nitrogenous space from AGU, then I did for TCA, and I did AUG to TAC. Therefore, the answer is methyl.
Okay, let's read the question again. During the formation of the molecule in the diagram, which molecule is in the diagram, Ranj?
Yes. Oh, mRNA, sir.
Yes, so during the formation of mRNA, so during transcription, a DNA mutation occurred that changed the nitrogenous bases that we have from AGU to AUG. Because here you can see that the ones that we have is AGU on the mRNA codon, but they've changed to what? They've changed to AUG. On our table, guys, our amino acid, we are given an amino acid and a what? And a DNA-based triplet. So try your best to find the DNA-based triplet so that you can find the amino acid. At that extent, you don't really need to go to the anticodon because you are given a DNA-based triplet and you are also given an amino acid that will be coded for by that DNA-based triplet. If we had AGU, guys, as the mRNA codon, if we had AGU as the mRNA codon at first, I'm sure they said we had AGU as the mRNA codon, the one that is given in the diagram. So the DNA-based triplet for that, we have already worked that out on question number 1. We said it was supposed to be TCA, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so this red strand, this is the DNA strand. This is the DNA strand that has got a DNA-based triplet TCA, and this is the codon, the mRNA codon. This is the mRNA molecule having the codon AGU. So we can see what this AGU, it was supposed to come from the base triplet TCA. And since you are given a base triplet and an amino acid, so it means that you go to the table, look for this TCA, this base triplet TCA. What amino acid is it producing from this A when you look for TCA?
Serine.
Serine, guys, when you go to the table, you go and locate the base triplet TCA. In this case, this is TCA. Where is it? Here. It is coding for the amino acid known as serine. So it means that with this AGU, yes, with this mRNA codon, which is AGU, we were supposed to code and get the amino acid, which is serine, that corresponds to the DNA-based triplet TCA. But now, because things have changed, let's see what have changed. They say that it has changed from AGU to AUG. So this is at first. This is what we're supposed to have at first. We're supposed to code for serine. But now we are going to code for what? Let's say this is our DNA strand. And then now we are told that there's been a mutation in such a way that our new codon is no longer AGU, it is now AUG. So it means actually on the DNA strand, what mutation occurred here? This is going to be A matching with T. You know that on the DNA we use T, right? Uracil matching up with A, and then guanine matching up with C. So it actually means that what actually happened here, instead of TCA that we had at first, we now have what? We now have TAC. And since we are given a table that has got a DNA-based triplet and the amino acid being coded for, this TAC, you go and look for the amino acid that is coding for. This TAC, which amino acid is it coding for?
Methionine.
Methionine. That's methionine. So instead of coding for serine at first, we are now coding for what? We are now coding for methionine. So guys, your table with amino acid, they can give you any type of code. They can give you the DNA-based triplet, or they can give you the mRNA codon, or they can give you the anticodon. You just have to try and work with what's there. And then now, when you explain it using the table above, how will this affect the protein formed? For 3 marks, you tell us first of all, Lucy, since the mRNA codon changed from AGU to AUG, it means that the mutation, you explain this mutation that has happened here from TCA to TAC, because guys, remember, the mutation, the actual mutation happens on the DNA. It's a DNA mutation, it happens on the DNA, then it affects the mRNA. But here, the statement they gave you in such a way that they tell you that the codon changed from AGU to AUG. So you must explain what happened to the DNA-based triplet for the codon to change from AGU to AUG. What is the difference between TCA and TAC? What do you guys see as the difference?
Was adenine changed to cytosine?
They swapped, actually. They swapped. It's not only adenine that changed to cytosine. Do you see that they swapped? They kind of switched positions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at first it was TCA, but now it's TAC. So it means that in this case, we've got what? We have got a adenine and cytosine have swapped positions. So now you can explain that and say adenine and cytosine on the DNA strand have swapped positions. So it means that now adenine is now in the place of cytosine and cytosine in the place of adenine. They have swapped positions. So now this means that now our DNA-based triplet, it has changed from TCA to TAC. So now you explain what has happened to the DNA-based triplet. So the DNA-based triplet changed. It changed from what? It changed from TCA. The first one that we had was TCA, but because we had that a mutation occurred in such a way that we actually changed from AGU to AUG in the codon. So it means that on the DNA there was a change. So the DNA-based triplet changed from what? From TCA, because it was TCA here, to what? To TAC. And then now you go straight to the table. Tell us the amino acids. What happened to the amino acids? What happened to the amino acids, guys?
Well, amino acid also changed itself from
Yes.
serine to methionine.
Yes, so the amino acid that was coded for, the amino acid coded, the amino acid that was being coded for, it changed from what? It changed from serine
To methionine.
to methionine. Yes. Now, what is the effect on the protein that is formed now from this? The protein that will be formed, how is it affected in this whole thing by changing the amino acids? How will the protein be affected? Will it be different or will it be the same? That's the question.
Maybe different, sir.
Yes, it will be different because the amino acids changed. The building blocks have changed. So a different protein is formed.
Sir.
Do you guys see that?
Sir.
Yeah. That's how you explain it, guys. One of those 2 points, two of those points will be worth only 1 mark. Okay. But that's how you explain. You explain based on what you are given. In this case, you were given a DNA-based triplet. So you shift everything to a DNA-based triplet and you tell us the amino acid that it is coding for. So in this table, guys, it's not always guaranteed that they're going to give you an anticodon and an amino acid. No, it's not always guaranteed that they are going to give you maybe a codon and an amino acid. No, it is not always guaranteed that they will give you a DNA-based triplet and an amino acid. No, you just work with what they've provided for you. In this case, they've given you the DNA-based triplet and the amino acid that it is coding for. So you must try your best to go back to the DNA-based triplet. That is why when I explained this at first, guys, I told you that here, this TCA here, this TCA that you can see here, this TCA, it is actually coding for the serine, for the amino acid serine. Okay, or you can say that the codon AGU, it is coding for the amino acid serine. It is still correct. Or you can say that the anticodon UCA, this anticodon, guys, in this table, UCA, it is also coding for the same amino acid serine. So they can either give you a table that has got a DNA-based triplet and an amino acid, or they can give you a table that has got a codon and an amino acid, or they can give you a table that has got an anticodon and an amino acid. So you must first look at your table. What code are you provided so that you can be able to code for a particular amino acid? Are we guys together?
Sir.
Yeah, guys. Now it's late. We need to close up and get rest. Probably most of you guys are going to church tomorrow, so you guys need to have strength so that you can be able to do everything. But I would like to say that I've concluded with DNA. Go answer back that question again, because I gave you this question on mutations and we had not done them yet. This one is based, it does have something that has to do with mutations, if I'm not mistaken. You see? So retry this question if you didn't do it correctly. Retry the question. Yeah. And then, but besides that, guys, I think we should close it for DNA, the code of life, so that when we come back next week, we'll be starting with meiosis, the cell division. Are we guys cool?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, guys, without further ado, let us close with a prayer. We are closing the topic as well as the session itself.
Amen.